All right. So yeah, I think we're getting crushed by the summoner thing. So let's go ahead and just jump into it, and we will have fun.
Right.
Oh yeah, who's there? Who's there for us today? How?
Actually, we have 7.
Oh yeah.
But Joshua Evers and RR7. So.
Hey, what's up, R7 and Joshua? How y'all doing? Agent X, how you doing? So is the yeah, it's good to see everyone. DLL, did I make sure I shared my screen with you? I don't think I did.
No, not yet.
Daniel, Monkey, Oregon, how's it going? It's good to see everybody. All right, I should have shared that with you now. And I had chat popped out, and now I got to move that back. Getting a few little things set up. Might as well tweet this out, share it in line chat. Agent X, you're gonna Agent Vega, you're gonna upload every lane. That would be impressive. That would be very impressive. All right. All right, just looking to share this out here, and we will get started. Couple line chats.
I'm reading this right. Hit 1.
There's like, just use Quake, please. Please use Quake.
I mean, it's power shield, but like, you know, damage like that gets around power shield, so it would just be like a normal fight with a lot of health. And it's, if you hit them, bad things happen. If you knock them down, bad things happen. But concussion gets around it.
Fair enough.
Also, bubble shield, and it's Rhino, so like, don't block either.
What is the so what's the etiquette on this? Like, for a while I started tagging or adding Marvel Contest of Champions for every video I did, and then I was like, do they really want to know about every single video I make?
Like tagging them on Twitter or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not.
And is there really someone checking it who's like, dude, why did you let me know again? Come on, Vega. All right. I think we've notified all the proper people. And we're ready to roll. All right. Oh, it looks like a war match. Didn't war just end? The season just ended and we're already... Oh, it's just to place defense. Okay, not attack. This is the first season in a very long time, man, where I am actually... I am excited to have a break.
Yeah.
It
was heavy.
Yeah, I just because there were so few deaths, like, it just felt like every fight was such a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I told you we had a lot of 164 or like no deaths until the boss wars, and you know, we didn't even make master.
Oh, you guys didn't, and you're such a good alliance too.
Yeah, but we started tier 2, and it looks like we're gonna start tier 2 next war as well. So like, that was the crazy thing, is like we fought Apoco and we fought ISO 8, and we had good wars against both of them.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, we lost, but even if we had won, we would have gotten tier 2 points.
That's messed up. Like, there's just these like
it's crazy that you can fight someone in the top 5 and get fewer points than somebody who's crushing some Platinum 3 line.
Yeah. And then EC, I'm doing great. How are you doing, Mr. Vega? Oh, that's so kind. Yeah, definitely go ahead and look for, go ahead and put that out there. 11.4. Wow. That's up there. And, I don't know how active it's been, but we have a, don't we have a recruitment channel in the Discord server too, where you're always welcome to come and post either the spot you're looking for, or your stats, and see if someone if there might be a great fit for you. Finding the right alliance is so hard, so hard. Parzival, Act 7 does not. Oh, it does look interesting and fun. Cool. I mean, I think that was all the feedback that they got right recently. It was that we wanted a little bit more fun, a little less that I have to have this one certain champion. And Agent X, yeah, thanks for reminding me the season ended. I was just having like, no, I could swear it was over. And Stealth Ghost with the super chat. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get that fixed up there.
Parzival asks if you're using AA today. I'm sure if he gets a chance.
Oh, yes. We are going to be all about the champions that I love, if possible. And Archangel is one of them. Got that. So going for 7.1 Legends, I have 20 revives, 25 health, 4 pots, and 100 level 3 pots. Which ghost to use? I would say the duped one, right? Because the power gain. Yeah, I would think you're definitely going to want the power gain there. Right? I mean,
yeah.
If it was an R3, I would maybe have some hesitation, but I would still think the power gain would be so important to that, to getting off the specials as quickly as possible and things like that. Yeah, and Shadows answering that too. Thank you. Agent X, always appreciate when the group works, and we've got a smart crowd here. So, and then says, yes, AA. All right, let's jump into this. I'm pretty sure I've got plenty of items in case they're needed. And let's go ahead and have some fun. Thought I'd be able to get the sound fixed, so I'd have sound in my coming through my headset, and I still don't, and it's really frustrating. Does anyone know like a path really well and is like, these are the champions you want to use, here's the path you want to take, or should we go in and scout it out?
On that the first quest is the only one I've done a path for yet. There's an invade path that's just incredibly
with ghosts. Okay.
The one maybe not ghost fight. There's a Nova if you're not super in love with using ghost against him. But I just brought Claire. You can block a couple times and heal it back with your health too.
Okay. Isn't there something about using 6 stars though?
Yeah, 6 stars are better.
Oh. Hence the question earlier, actually, though. Did we all account for that earlier in the Stealth Ghost question about...
I'd still go with the 5-star, yeah. Because it's 700 extra attack, and then the other 2 are bonuses to using the adrenaline mechanic, which is nice, but it requires you to take damage. And if you're using Ghost as your main for a lot of these paths, then you're trying not to take a lot of damage.
Let's go Corvus, because my 6-star Ghost is only an R1 and it's not awakened.
There is a Corvus path.
Okay, and then as Hen's here, hey, thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. We will eventually get to this. Sunspot was a cheat code for my completion run. All right, that'd be fun to get Sunspot in there too. But let's go with Corvus for now. Do we need Proxima? Probably, right? There's probably something that evades somewhere on there. Anything else? We might get in there and realize that we've got to actually scout this a little bit. And then Guardian, because I like him. And Archangel, for the same reason. Oh, so here it is. Here's, yeah, invade, oscillate, kinetic, instigator.
Yeah, so you can actually gain your power by hitting them, which is actually really nice with oscillate.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's like they're doing us a favor. Oh, here's the Nova you were talking about, right?
Yeah, that's the only. I mean, and you can probably still do it with it. I found it easier.
Yeah, I might want to back out and bring in a Mystic for that.
Shadow says best path is the top left, Ronin.
Top left, Ronin?
Oh, yeah, the flare. That's probably a good.
Yeah, I just got to switch up my team again, which is fine. I don't mind doing that at all. Okay, well, why don't I'll back out and I'll do that. And we just got to remove the other cosmic, right? We got to get rid of Proxima, and we can't bring. I'll probably put on.
Yeah, Colorblind is so much worse on story than.
Yeah, and I will. Let's go ahead and put on Suicides. I know that's not fun to watch anyone do, but we'll put those on. And
Yeah, I can see how Rogue would be good for flare. Hit really hard, heal really.
yeah, we'll just put these on and we'll jump right into it. See how far we get. I was hoping to go for about 2 hours today. All right, let's go. What's up, Clyde? How are you doing? I'm glad you're able to make it. Zilliam, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it a lot. Should I use Corvus for this?
I'd probably use Claire just to keep health up on Corvus. Don't get it choked.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Organ dude, I'm not sure how to help you with that. My first question is, did you download the app or are you on the browser version? Yeah, I agree, Shadow. Love any extra attack, extra heal. Wait.
What? Oh, I went into her incinerate.
Oh, okay. So confused.
Which I guess is really just not necessary, right? That's the whole point of the node, is the extra attack you're getting.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I use Claire in incursions, the reason that I do so many things to like build crit rate, crit damage, special damage, is because it lets you comfortably stay in the healing mode without sacrificing much damage.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
If the
sense.
physical hits of your L2 are doing like, 50,000 damage, then extra.
The other thing, like that really was probably, I took a very quick look when we realized how early it had come out. But that was the first time I truly looked through the map. they didn't put a lot of the like super tricky defenders. DLL's volume was low. Thanks for letting us know. We tend to have this problem. I've got you turned up as loud as I could get you. You got any other way to turn yourself up a little bit?
Yeah, I just tried something.
There you go.
Better, guys?
Yeah, you got louder for sure.
I also sat up. You guys making me work.
We're like your 5th grade teacher, buddy. Sit up straight. Sit up straight, Mr. Longlegs.
I can't. I have long legs.
Strands, what's up, baby? How you doing? Yeah, and that is DLL. Yeah, you know what, Agent X, I'm one of those people who like kind of refused to buy into Corvus for a long time, and then at some point I was like, why am I doing this to myself?
I hate him. I'll use him. He's good. I don't have to like it.
And just the saving items on AQ, right? Like, oh wow, he's not good if you take punches to the face.
But as long as you don't block a hit, you'll get out of this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Zillium, you've been having a lot of fun with Act 7 so far. Yeah, people seem to be saying it is a lot of fun. So far, so good, right? I mean, I just wanted to jump in, have a good time, stream, and do this. So, but yeah, this is enjoyable. Now I'm scared to use Corvus, though. You haven't done too much, though. Okay.
Just stick to Claire, or yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't care. If I use items, it's not really going to bother me. I don't want to resort to Unit Man. Like, if there's just something ridiculous, I don't want to be dumb about it, but...
Clyde says took first 5-star rank 5. It's Captain Marvel.
Ooh, that's a really good one. And then I think I saw a question there about a science champ. Which science champs would you take to R3 unawakened?
Ideally, none of them.
No. So I actually did that myself. Human Torch.
Yeah, I did as well, and then I duped him after ranking him.
Yep, that was my reality too. Happy holidays, Theodore. How you doing?
Torch is probably the single best one.
Yeah, because I can't think of all the others, because I feel like that's part of my issue having so many science R3s is there's just not enough stones.
There's an argument to be made for Wasp if you're going to use her as an attacker.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she does not need the dupe at all offensively, and she'll just hit so hard, and the improved adrenaline and the improved crit stats will really help her. You could say Rolk, but I don't know. I think he's better with his dupe. Yeah. Clyde asks any tip for playing CMM. Agent X has the big one. Bring Nick.
Yeah, and
which is why I don't use mine much.
And if Strands, if you're still there, I was going to say Strands is like a CM expert using her in war. So that's a great person to ask. Strands, if you have any tips on using Captain Marvel, that'd be awesome.
Big one for me is kind of like with Blade. I mean, obviously, there's the normal stuff. You want to parry, you want to heavy while you're in binary to make sure that you keep the charges up. If you can counter heavies with heavies, you get that free stun, and then that's usually another heavy. But kind of that high level CMM play that I like is like Blade. She's one of those champs where while you're building her up, if you can parry specials, you get a lot of reward out of it. It's just free charges.
I definitely feel like I'm not understanding this node properly.
Oh, this is the boss, right?
I think so, which really feels like a very small amount of
Okay, so Masochist.
huh.
That should have been.
Is he not gaining power? And this is a fight where I've talked about like how much I've realized I rely on audio with him and the whistle. Like it's just a totally different fight not being able to hear it. I know there's people who say they don't play without any sound, and do you don't play with any sound at all?
No, and the main thing is just because I'm tired of turning it off. I like it for some champs and not for others, especially as time has gone on and Kabam has gotten worse about like, you know, some champs just don't, their animations don't line up with the sound.
So Shadow's saying that I need to intercept. Oh, you can't place any debuffs at all. It's like, what is going on here? All right, fair enough.
All right, what's the node?
So people are saying it's super masochism.
Super masochism.
So no debuffs at all. Basically just intercept a lot. Solo this fight with Kamala since she's very good at intercepting. Is it her or is it you? I think that's the question there, Shadow. Strand is saying he's never played with sound. Started rocking while playing your kids to sleep and just kept playing with that. Yeah, that'll do it.
So if you can knock him down.
No, yeah. All right. Well, worst thing that happens is we have to, here, let's just go ahead and use some potions because it's fun. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, this is not going how it should. Yeah.
Ghost makes sense for this one.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to run out of charges here. Oh, without sound, I'm having a lot of difficulty with his SP1 versus his heavy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be. Or this whole thing.
That's what I'm wondering here. I don't see how this is going to work out, though. See, I thought that was the heavy. Oscar saying use Ghost. Yeah, I should have brought him on. Zealand, it's a longer fight. Okay. All right. Well, it is what it is. I did this fight with Magneto. Marine, how are you doing? Let's see here. Who? No debuffs at all, so Archangel's not going to be a good idea. Yeah, let's just try Claire, huh?
Yeah. What I would probably do is try and head straight for the Incinerate phase and then stop ending combos.
Yeah, so
he won't apply any debuffs.
So am I just going to heal him up, though, with...
No, because if you finish with a light, you change and don't apply a debuff.
Oh, yeah, good call. Thank you. Do I want to throw the SB2 at all? Or will they consider that a debuff?
I would do it. So as soon as he throws this, then I would finish with a light to go to Incinerate and go straight into SB2.
Yeah, they didn't consider that a debuff. That was cool.
Well, it's a specific list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep running into that, and like maybe we can count on how many times I do it. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody said they used hype spam with L3s. That makes a lot. Congrats on Apocalypse. That's an amazing poll, dude. One more and you get a free sub.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe healing's a good idea now. Alright. There we go.
She's really so good, isn't she? I did it!
Yay! Hey Duke, how's it going?
Duke, what's going on, buddy? Do you know there was a time, DL, this goes way back to when we were in Evil together, where I had like the only, wow. I had the only Void. I had like the only like, what were we on there? Like rank 3s or rank 4s?
Yeah.
I had the only Void, and what's the name of the node? I can't even think of the name of the node right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it became a problem. And so you put me on that lane, and I was terrified of Yondu. Just terrified. Like, because basically it's what you're seeing right now. And then I eventually learned to play him with sound.
As Mike Guy mentions, the difference between heavies and special attacks is that in special attacks, the screen goes dark.
Oh, and thank you. And, you know, that is a great tip. This is a me issue of like, no, it's just how it is. Like, there's certain things that I think we all get used to.
Yeah.
And that was not smart. Jeez.
Well, and the reason for that is actually the global, because the more adrenaline you have, you get a blanket like scaling damage resistance.
Wait, what?
Based on how much adrenaline you have, read how much damage your 6-star takes, and you get more and more damage resistance. So odds are that L2 probably would have done enough damage to kill you, but because Cap's a 6-star, his damage resistance went up with each hit.
Oh, all right. So I think what we're learning here is that reading nodes is sometimes important.
But I like the way that I feel like that's a good way to incentivize using 6-stars without making it mandatory.
Yeah, I do like that. I like that there's not like you can't use this, or you have to bring in 3 science champions or something like that. Thanks, Mike. I do appreciate it. Yeah, 7.1 so far. I'm enjoying this. Layers, how's it going? Oh, and there's a Green Goblin apparently coming up. So Why don't we actually look at the lanes here? What lanes is everyone suggesting for this one?
I was just building a team right now for that right one, the special delivery. It starts with the one for the Red Skull.
Okay.
Because obviously that's, hype will work for a lot of them.
Yeah.
Gotta watch Mixmaster, but that's doable.
The attacker begins.
Yeah, Strand says the Daredevil Netflix path. That for sure should be an easy one. I stopped doing that because I realized I haven't fought Daredevil at all since the buff I was getting hit. Not like that.
Yeah, I've heard that from a couple different people though. And as much fun as that Yondu fight was, I'd prefer not to do that on purpose to myself. Huh.
Oh, I just need to quit out again. I just realized I brought Claire for Mixmaster, which is one of the dumbest things you can do.
Encroaching stun. Okay, that I just don't enjoy that at all. All right, so we're on the Red Skull lane, like you said. The special delivery. The attacker begins the fight with 15 combo charges. Okay. The attacker attempts. Okay, so that's it?
Yeah, it's just Mixmaster and special delivery. The bonus to Cosmic.
So this should be Corvus too, then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Corvus will work.
Okay. And then do we end up at this Green Goblin?
Yes. Then you can trade out one person at the end for him. Which we have Agent X says Captain Marvel movie wrecks him, but you could potentially just trade her in.
Okay.
Yeah, Wet Noodle points out there are a lot of charges on that path.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm still gonna do hype because I hate Corvus. Smart.
Yeah. I guess I'm still going to change out my team a little bit. Like, there's no point in Archangel there, right? Was there any use for Guardian?
Really? I probably would leave Claire because there's a Surfer.
And then bring in Hyperion just for kicks.
I don't think there were any H.
Oh, so there's no need for Proxima? Well, it'd be nice to just... Oh, but with Mixmaster, I'm not going to be really... That's a question, though. So medium, light, medium, and then going back to medium, will that count?
Oh,
I can never remember that with Mixmaster.
Medium, light, medium is fine, but then if you don't parry for the next one, then your next medium will trigger the evade. So actually, you're right. Yeah, I would bring Proxima.
Okay. Yeah, so based on what Wet Noodle and Parzival are saying, yeah, let's go ahead and... thanks for coming by, Strands. I appreciate it. All right. Well, like I said, this is about having fun. So if I end up using some items and stuff, I don't want everyone to sit there watching us try to think it through. Because I've been told this isn't like insanely challenging content. So let's just do it and have fun.
No, and it does make sense. You can turn off the Mixmaster entirely.
Yeah, like if I don't need the Wet Noodle, I think we're all on the same page here. So now I kind of want to do it on purpose, to be honest. All right, so let's see what happens. Although now I am trying to figure out, see, shouldn't he have evaded there? There we go. You know, after Abyss of Legends, I actually got like, I don't want to say good at evading his SP2, but I could do it sometimes, and it felt really good.
Good. I don't think I've ever actually bothered to work out the full L2 evade. I just, what do I do? I like block the first hit of the lightning and evade everything else. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there was just some, you know, like it was Abyss stuff where just kind of getting tired and trying things. Like I actually got decent at Goblin specials for a little while.
Yeah.
Wait, why did he just evade? Oh, because I'm out of charges. Yeah. It just shows you how frequently Corvus's fights go that long.
Yeah.
I know the pro move is to not back up at all, but it sure is helpful.
You mean what, to get the parry?
Yeah.
I don't know, because increasingly it feels like they intentionally put just that little hop skip in there.
Yeah.
So
It feels like when you don't do it, something bad's going to happen. But when I feel good about it and I'm on my game, it sure does save you a lot of map.
it's satisfying.
Yeah. And I think there is a little bit of like confidence that comes with it too, where you're like, I am owning this opponent, you know, like they cannot do anything. Like FaZe had this really awesome fight against Hit Monkey recently where he didn't back up at all. Like he was just owning him with a Mega Red, which, you know, increases the desire to stay close, of course. Now, I got hit intentionally so I could get to my SP2. I just want to make that clear.
Of course, it's special delivery, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? Really, Parzival says that Falcon would be fun on it.
That's a great point. People are really liking Falcon.
Yeah, I mean, I think I hesitate to like jump on the hype train just because, like, I think that he's fairly niche, but within that niche, they made him very good, and there's room in this game for champions like that, 100%.
Hey, what's going on, man? Falcon, how are you doing? Is that why we were on Falcon Talk? Is that how that happened?
No, I actually brought him up or just before that, and then Man Falcon just showed up.
What are the chances of that? All right. Stuff like this, it makes me wonder if I should have R3'd my Corvus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Still may do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because it felt like we were moving in a way where I was like, well, I'm not going to R3 Corvus. I was in a prestige situation. And so now what do I want to do? I guess I'll just Captain America through stuff for a while. And it felt like the game was becoming more and more niche, and like you had to have like the perfect champion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And now it feels like they've really backed off of that a lot.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Yeah, I do ultimately think it's good. That being said, I've taken 2 quests so far, and we've decided they were Corvus lanes. and the other champion that people mentioned was Ghost, so I don't know.
Yeah, but for the other paths, we would have had to think.
It just makes a guy wonder.
Yeah. Not going away. Yeah, Arsville says within his matchups, he's very fun. I agree with that.
You know what happened is he came out, and I got really excited about him. We're still talking about Falcon, right?
Yes.
And my BG leader, Clown, really liked him, ranked him up, and used him for a war fight. And I get it, war fights are a whole nother different animal, right? Like, story content can be very difficult. War has like a pressure on it that I think just changes things. And sorry, I really wanted to land the repair there. And it made us realize that the evade counter was like 100% because he was fighting maybe a node that increased.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. That really turned me off.
Oh, it's like slow. It's minus 100%. It's not turns off evade.
Yeah.
That's extremely unfortunate. So, like, if somebody for some reason put long shot on Mixmaster, he'd be useless.
Yeah, I think so. I don't want to be wrong on that.
Hey, Megafarts, how's it going? You're not that late. Fun.
What's up?
I want to do.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I want to do my game.
So yeah, he's only SIG 90, and I still feel like he is quite usable and fairly reliable. I get again why the war people don't want to use him in that scenario. I get it.
I think the biggest thing is that for a long time, one of his biggest uses in war was as a pseudo void. And if you're trying to reverse healing and you only get 25% healing reduction every time you parry, then you really want it to be reliable.
Yeah.
But for a lot of his other stuff, you know, 1 every 2 or 3 parries is enough. In my opinion.
Now we said that we would bring Claire for this fight.
I mean, that's what I would do for special delivery. I would probably, I mean, because you can parry him fine, and so just like medium light.
And then just stay in the blood phase.
Yeah, because you can also heavy, because that'll give you more power for 1 hit. And basically, you just keep using L2.
Let's see what happens, and you can talk me through it.
Yeah, whenever he has the power cosmic, I would do the meat light, because that's how you get the normal combo like you just did, and that lets her stay on top. Now let's hope. There we go. Yeah, Wet Noodle says Doom. Doom, I think Doom, yeah, Doom's actually who I brought for that one.
So what? If Wet Noodle's here, we're kind of doing like a. I'm not going to go out of my way to die and use items, but we kind of decided to just have some fun with this. I'm still going to obviously try to use good champions for it, but you know.
Megafart says he has a 5-star cap at Sig 50. Says he finds him usable, but would take Torch over him any day. I mean, for Torch fights, I 100% agree. But there are a lot of fights that are not Torch fights. As much as I love my rank 3, I mean, I'm so incredibly pleased that I was able to pull him and then dupe him after I ranked him. But there are fights he struggles with. Cap just has that amazing. His L2 L2 is so stressful.
Yeah. Watch. Now I'm going to get hit by it. I tend to.
Sorry.
Now, I tend to do better with stuff like that than I do with the like projectile stuff.
I agree because you can see it, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think you and I have had this talk before.
That's actually how I got decent at Torch's L1 as well, was just following the projectiles. But I've also ranted to you before about how I feel like some new champions, their projectiles hitboxes don't line up at all with animations.
Oh, and there's stuff that
you Apocalypse.
Yeah, there's stuff that also just doesn't make sense. Like I actually am playing my Tigra and trying to get better with her, and apparently, Cold Obsidian's SP2, I think it is considered a projectile.
No way.
Yeah.
Is like stab?
Yeah, I don't want to be wrong. Maybe it's his SP1, but he's definitely not like. There's nothing that looks like a projectile to me.
I think there's one spot in his L1 where he like yells at you, kind of like Hyperion, but that's all I can think of.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Drago says, first R5, Sig 200, Red Guardian, Unawakened Warlock, Unawakened Gilly 99, Havoc, or Duped Mojo. I mean, if you've already got Red Guardian at Sig 200, what are you waiting for, dude? He's a monster. I love my Warlock, but I mean, Red Guardian's just unique. He can counter a lot of really annoying nodes by that whole no buff thing. And he has access to slow, which is arguably the best debuff. But I do agree with the other people that Warlock would be my second choice.
Forgot about Mixmaster.
This is gonna sound very like noobish of me, so apologies to those in the chat, but sometimes I really wish that all nodes had a visible indicator in fight. Like, I feel that way about, I don't know about you, but in AQ, whenever I have a strike back node,
Yes.
I will forget about it one day a week. Minimum.
Especially if the fight lasts a while.
Yeah. Like that Wolverine on Footloose. Every single week, I end up throwing Doom's L2 into him when it doesn't finish the fight. I have to force quit.
What was the question about? I got excited because I heard Red Guardian and I like him.
Drago is asking rank up choices. He's got a good list.
Hey guys, a bit of a dilemma. First R5, 600 Red Guardian, Unawakened Warlock, Unawakened Gilly 2099. Wow, that is a great list. You're right. How high is a Sig on Mojo? I do think Red Guardian, though. I agree with that for sure. But how high is that Sig on Mojo? I like Mojo. He is a little squishy though. So I think Red Guardian's suffering a little bit from the fact that so many of the YouTubers are do war, and he's not getting used. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't throw the generics in there, Drago. I completely am with DLL on the Red Guardian there.
Yeah, he's not as useful in war as I thought he was going to be. Strand's got a couple good fights in this season with him, though. That was neat.
Well, you know what is... He's got a bit of an issue in that all his debuffs trigger so much willpower healing.
Yeah. His health pools are getting big enough that it actually matters again.
Yeah. That being said, if I am giving some... Darn it, I'm forgetting all the notes because I'm trying to talk to. I don't think I'm going to, but I could actually get him to like Sig like 190 or something like that, or 180 or something right now. And take him to rank 3. I don't know. What were the nodes again? It's Mixmaster and
Special to live.
thank you.
Drago says his alliance isn't too war heavy, then definitely Red Guardian, dude. He's awesome. And he's so good for content.
Yeah, the whole not getting buffs, it takes, I think, one of the toughest defenders in the game and simplifies him in Mojo.
Yeah, and some of the worst nodes in Act 6, too.
Yeah, good point.
I was amazed doing my Act 6 run. I was like, why did they put this node in the game when Guardian didn't exist? Or when Red Guardian. Parzival says it'd be nice if his L2 debuff lasted a bit longer. Yeah, that would probably make his damage a lot easier to...
I hate doing that because DL, do you remember when me and Capcom used to swear that Gulk was going to get a synergy or something that was going to make his face me
apply to other champs?
Yeah, and I was like positive that face me was going to be so much more usable and apply to like other defenders, and I'm still waiting for that synergy. That's
right around the corner.
Yeah,
all shock debuffs.
Any day now. So take this with a grain of salt. I could see a synergy doing that for Red Guardian at some point. I think that would make sense, right? I'm actually a little surprised that that's not the synergy with Black Widow Deadly Origins.
Yeah.
Oh man, kind of need Corvus for this one. Can Hype do this?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be slow.
There's nothing more than I want to do than take a long fight.
I mean, his L2 doesn't break, so...
Oh. Because of suicides, that's going to end. Yeah. Yeah, Man Falcon, that's, I forgot to add that. That's, I think, the best advice is go with who you enjoy using, especially when they're that close in awesomeness. In fact, I actually think Warlock might be a better champion overall, but you could use them for different nodes. And like DLL saying, the slow debuff is just so valuable. Well, here, I might as well kill off Cap, too, before...
The other thing is that, I mean, again, yeah, go with who you like, but Drago's saying that that basically is his team, because he doesn't have a lot of rank-up materials. And in that case, I would go with Red Guardian again, because if the primary complaints about him are that his damage isn't off, or that his damage isn't awesome, and you already have him Sig 200, so he's super useful, and I could see the rank really helping him, whereas Warlock is going to be able to turn off healing either way at rank 4, and heat. I know it's something a lot of people forget about, and it's not always the easiest to get off, but he does have some sustain, and healers tend to be a little more viable. Says the streams are helpful. Thanks, man. That was a good question. Really good.
I just keep forgetting the nodes.
Megafart says Warlock with 3 infections when he throws L3 is pretty sustainable. I 100% agree, but at the same time, if you have a secret for keeping his infections that high on normal nodes, please let me know. I found it's not always the easiest thing. So I actually might take this and drop someone for like, is this goblin I've heard a lot of people complain about?
Okay.
I think Torch might actually.
All right, let's do it. And I can't imagine I need Proxima anymore.
Yeah.
That is a really nice little feature that they've did there.
The confirm. Yeah.
Duke, are you asking me if there was anything hard on that lane? Is that what you're saying? I always forget about this slight delay. Yeah, I think it is pretty easy. I think if well, I hate saying easy. I think if I was paying full attention and had sound on, just sitting in my chair playing, I don't think there'd be any items used. But my roster is also pretty well suited for the content.
Drago says, MSD says that Starkey takes down Goblin. I'm sure he would. It looks like the biggest thing is just don't let yourself get to 2 bars of power. Oh, 75%. So you can get to your L2, but throw it. And it says...
And even that's not the end of the world, right? Because it just drains your power. It's not like you're going to suffer damage for that, right?
Right, there's no languor or anything. It does say weakness is bad, but basically that just means block the L1, right? It doesn't hit you, it can't hurt you.
Why are you even getting weakness?
I think his L1 can do weakness. I always block, so I don't know.
Here, let's just go in with Hyperion and see what happens. And just kind of have a test run with it. I mean, that's kind of the other point of this, is just having people see what happens.
Yeah, somebody else mentioned Magneto.
I don't really feel like I'm doing damage. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Magneto would be. Oh, hey, B-Manny.
So that's how you evade his L2. As I was saying, in Abyss of Legends, I got it down. Seems weird with the power, though.
Yeah, you gain more after you have your up. Yeah, Parzival says when you end up using.
Parzival, come on. Captain America's going to get it done right here.
I thought about saying exactly that, but we'll see. Come on, buddy, big crit.
That wasn't it.
It was a big crit. It's those stupid pumpkin stacks. Special damage.
Michael Stover, no revives. Well done, buddy. That's awesome. Did you have a good time? I imagine you did if you didn't use revives. B Manny, thank you so much for stopping by. Gotta eat dinner, won't chat. All right, thanks, Megafarts. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, What's up, Redwood? How are you? Yeah, might as well just go to Torch now, huh?
So satisfying using Torch against some dude there. So I would not push him.
To his L2?
Yeah, because you want those.
I used Torch so much in War this season, that I can I can hear it, his hits. I'm not kidding. It's weird. It is.
Every single war this season, I was assigned Torch, and at least 10 of them I was assigned Killmonger.
Wait, what?
The rest, it was just every single war, to use Torch and Killmonger.
Oh, got it.
And then the rest was just, was I bringing Archangel or Doom?
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Drago. That was awesome. Always appreciate it. And that's awesome, Redwood. Thanks. And you doing arena, or what are you doing? Yeah, I got to get fairly varied. I had a rough stretch in my War season. He might still be here, he might be gone. But my BG leader took some of my beefier attackers off of defense, and that was really helpful. And then I had a really good close to the War season. I was really excited about it, actually. I'm excited for my last War video that's going to be coming out. Yeah, it always feels good, right? Like, to at least get your job done, to clear your lanes and things like that.
Yeah, my last 2 wars were actually my...
Yeah. You guys had some really tight wars, though, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah. Thankfully, not the ones where I died. Yeah, Parzival was saying, I feel like I've seen DLL fight somewhere. Yep, that's the Killmonger. Dude, Killmonger is so good for node 55. I didn't send it to Vega because, you've all seen that fight before, but I took a rank 3 Spider-Gwen in the 90 seconds at one. There's no better counter there.
This looks like they're saying use Corvus, right? Or am I reading this wrong?
Special attack steal. Huh. And you go to your L2 faster. What's the last node? I can't see.
Power shield.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, that's Corvus. That's hype, and that's also Claire. A lot of heal.
And then what's the boss here?
Oh, Arcus.
I like that. I like that. For the most part, these are filled with not the craziest defenders, but then there's like one per lane, Like Arcus is pretty tough, right?
Yeah. Okay, special burst lockdown. I heard there was an anti-Doom node. I'm guessing that's what your face is on.
I don't know. The attacker. You want me to move the better?
Let's see if that bothers anyone if you leave it there while you fight. But yeah, okay, so that's definitely an anti-Doom node. But Claire should still be fine.
Yeah. Okay. So
Who else would be funny would be Man-Thing.
that's what I'm saying though. That's what I would like to do. I'd rather do stuff like that, like a still effective champion, and then die and use potions, than just really like try to bring in the ultimately best champion.
I think Man-Thing would actually be really good because he's immune to armor break, right?
Yes. Ooh, what about that specials do more damage too?
Mm-hmm.
Let's try Sasquatch.
Oh, is he as well?
Yeah. And I don't.
That's why. Yeah, that must have been. Strands mentioned Sasquatch for that one.
Hey, Mega Farts! Huge congratulations! That's awesome. Just pulled the 5-star ghost. That's cool. All right. Was there anything else in there that we needed? Was Cap Infinity War? Let's just bring Guardian because it's fun. And let's, just in case Sasquatch does not work out for some reason, let's go ahead and bring that Man-Thing. What's that?
You can switch one right at the end, so you could leave that and then swap out Corvus because he'll be useless.
Was Arcus the boss?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Longshot. Yeah, let's bring in Longshot too. For we don't need all these mystics, do we?
Well, you can always bring one in later.
Okay. All right. So this team made sense then?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Hurts me to not bring hype.
We all have our favorites. I gotta remind myself what the nodes actually were. All right.
Get to L2, throw L2.
I can do that. Oh.
However, that's even more damage.
That is a lot of damage, though.
Oh my god. Specials do 500% more damage and it's power shield?
So, but you know what? I mean, again, and I'm not going to try to say that that's a terribly difficult node. But if you mess up, you're going to die, right? Like, so I like that. I think that's fair. That's a fair compromise.
Yeah, I'm probably going to use Hyphen Claire for that whole thing because Claire just will heal it all back when she gets to her L2.
Yeah, if I was trying to be more item smart, I would do something like that myself.
I'm not going to deny that, with suicides and a charge, Corvus, he's... everyone saw that, right?
Yeah.
25,000.
I like Mike's comment. Well, that worked nicely. Oh, and Mega Force, dude, that's the worst. The T1A getting you on your just pulled 5-star ghost. I'm sorry. There's nowhere you can even just quickly get that, is there? Like a
glory, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're about to get another charge. That's the thing that's funniest.
Oh, it definitely felt like that too. With the defenders, it definitely felt as though they lined them up for charges. I mean, like started off with the mutant.
Because why else would you throw in OG Captain America or OG Black Panther?
Yeah. Like they really did do a service to, I think, us as players so far.
I just had a conspiracy theory thought.
What's
They're
that?
giving us this last little bit for Corvus before they nerf him out of AQ.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks.
Do not give Kabam ideas. Leopoldo, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. We're just having a little fun in book 2 here, keeping it light and just trying things.
Oh, that's the worst thing about it. Well, I guess there's next week of AQ.
I can't remember if it's Falcon's SP1 or SP2 that I can't. So I'm not going to let him get to it. Which one's the one where he shoots the bullets? I can't recall right now.
That's the L1, yeah, and it really would have hurt against your block.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Okay, good.
So the Corvus meter is now up to 259,000 per hit.
That's good, right?
Okay, I guess it's time to use Claire.
I was gonna say, right, because she'll just nullify the if she throws her SP1.
Yeah, and actually, she might not get to it because she has slow power game, but
Let's see. Let's have fun. I think it'll be fun to see what Corvus could do. Right? And I'll do 5-hit combos. I'll still get to the SP2 in time, won't I?
probably, yeah.
What's the worst thing that happens?
I mean, class disadvantage, but she only has barely more health than the first hit of your L2 did last time.
You knew she was going to do it. That was the worst. That what it is. I was holding block though. I was told that meant she would never throw her. Her
nullification or as
yeah, she's a great champion.
Yeah. I duped her from the Sexenium pistols. Pretty happy with it.
Really?
Yeah, she's sitting at 455 right now. I mean, just a 5-star. I'm still working in low.
Oh yeah, I assume that's what you meant. I don't mean that in a bad way either.
No, I know. Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at that. Try to get out of the way here.
Megafart says he has to R4 clear first, so Ghost is staying down. That's... yeah.
That was bad.
Sometimes she just sits there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I let her get too high. I'm honestly just having fun hanging out with everybody.
Yeah. I ended up beating an L3 from her in war at one, but it was with Torch, so I backed.
Let's see what happens with the man thing.
Man Falcon says he wishes they would adjust the T1A cost for 5 stars. I agree. I feel like catalyst prices are things that, to a significant extent, they just kind of chose and have never really re-examined.
Yeah. I didn't really think that through. Sasquatch, Mike, I think by process of elimination, you're going to get your suggestion here. I had actually evaded that SP1 too. I was really hoping to get the chance to punish her. If I can get to SP2, I'd like to.
That'll do it.
So Sasquatch against Arcus is not as great as one would hope. Oh, we're not at Arcus yet anyway. Let's try Guardian. How bad is the degen? It's half of life.
Sure. Yeah, I agree that 5 T1 Alpha to take a 5-star to ring. Pretty ridiculous. I mean, T1 Alpha are fairly plentiful, but like I feel like all you have to do is take a look at your inventory and what the limit is on how many you can have, and then compare it. How useful a rank 2 5-star is for content. Ask yourself if 5 is worth it. But I also think that that's a big way that they're trying to push us towards 6 stars, because getting a 6-star to rank 2 is obviously infinitely more efficient in tier 1 alpha and significantly more efficient in tier 2 alpha than taking a 5-star from rank 1 to rank 2. Oh yeah, Alaric points out suicides is draining your HP.
Yeah, he is. And I just also pressed the wrong thing. I wanted to switch a champion and didn't. So that was smart. Okay. This could get ugly.
So what's the plan with Sasquatch? I don't know.
Well, so yeah, that's going to be the problem here, and I don't really want to take the time to remove suicides if we don't have to. But at the same time,
well, there's no degen anymore.
That's true. Good point.
But there is a heal for 10 seconds.
Okay. When the defender activates special, the attacker is. I think I'm just going to try to get to the SP2 and see what happens. Like, I'm not going to do the whole Wrath of Tanarak and try to slow play this.
Does he have any way to nullify active buffs?
He has a stagger here.
So we can keep the next one.
Try to see if I can get him to throw his SP1.
Yeah, I know there's a T2A drought, Parzival, but I'm saying that the T2A drought is even worse if you keep ranking 5 stars, which is why I think that they haven't fixed it. Which is
So this is what happens with Sasquatch versus Arceus. Although he seems like he should be amazing, you end up, I mean, I knew I was going to push him to the SP3. I was hoping to do a lot more damage than that. In my experience, you end up with, you just can't control the power. So if you, and because Wrath of Tanarak takes a while to get to, Arceus eventually gets you. I remember thinking that Sasquatch was just going to be an amazing option for Arceus. And maybe if you just really played it slow, like if I really played that slowly, it could have worked out. But that kind of went how I feared it would. So, oh well.
Man-Thing and Claire.
Yeah. I'm not worried that we're like gonna have to back out or anything. You seen my reparry skills here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how he's like, see ya. All right. I think actually, let's see if Claire can do it.
Did they never buff the team?
I don't know.
Is it only the individual?
See how great my reparry is? Did you see that?
I think the key is to actually parry the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I've heard.
All right. Let's try Man-Thing.
In theory, he should.
I think he'll be quite good.
Yeah, there we Come on, throw it. Anyone else yell that at their phone periodically?
Mm-hmm.
That heal block.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
I think when I end up taking the, I mean, part of it is sides, but I think I'm gonna end up using Claire. I think my usual way to go is to use the poison first after triggering to make sure that the buff immunity sticks, and then I just do girl.
Yeah, and maybe we should think it through a little bit more.
I mean, part of that was also for.
Yeah.
I mean, Megafart says use Doom. Yeah. Zillium earlier had said that Doom spamming L2s was the way to go. I could see that, yeah. Because you wouldn't. The usual Doom play against Arcus is to try and nullify the power gains so you get them yourself, but that obviously isn't going to work here. But I can see straight L2. You know who might work too? Kind of an unorthodox pick would be Thing if you could get the protection up in the right places. I've taken Arcus with him before and it's kind of fun.
I'm actually curious about Sasquatch there. Even with all the stuff I was saying, Sasquatch did the vast majority of the damage over that fight, and without suicides, you know, especially if you actually were able to get to Wrath of Tanarak, I bet he could end that fight. His crit shot is just so low, though, that I wouldn't want to go in with that being your only option. Yeah, because that's an R3 Sasquatch too. Just for again people who are watching this and considering who to bring in. I think all these other options we've talked about are superior. Just doing that fight.
Yeah, Alaric, I think he's leaving suicides on mainly for fun to keep things going. But yes, obviously it would be ideal to fight a champion that regularly inflicts heal block without suicide.
Yeah, and sometimes, and that's the thing too. I don't know if anyone else ends up in this. Like sometimes I'll keep suicides on because I'm like, this is gonna be so much faster. And then because of things like we just saw, it actually takes longer. Hey, Born, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? Any ideas on lanes for this one?
I haven't looked at this one.
Maybe we could take out Shadow's favorite. I'm sorry. Anytime the node has that much writing, I'm just like.
Okay, to me that just screams player. But yeah, that looks complicated.
Okay, yeah, that's just too much. I don't want to sit.
Oh, Mystic Focus. I saw something.
I mean, if someone's got like an idea and they're like, no, this is how you do it, let me know.
That doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, it's just skill champions are good. And
well, that's probably for him specifically, so I imagine that the others are all class advantage.
So brute force. Ooh, you get scary.
Those are good champions to put on brute force.
Yeah. Should we try it and have fun?
Yeah, does that make Hella the boss? What are her nodes?
Storm scares me a little bit there, but she always scares me. Yes, Hella is the boss. Thanks for reminding me. The defenders. And the defender struck.
So if Doom works, he could.
Yeah.
Lazarus is basically just extra health. Well, it's a big deal.
Yeah. I hear you. Both champions attack is reduced by 500% using heavy attack.
Again, Doom.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike is. But yeah, I'm thinking Doom, and that means that you could just trade him out at the end. You don't necessarily need to bring him. Although he is good for the champion, so he's not a bad pick.
Hey, John, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. We're trying to figure out some notes. 10 Fury charges. All charges are lost in the defender's attack.
Yeah, AA could work for Hela.
Oh. Yeah, good call. All
I
right.
don't think I would do Warlock personally, because if you start armor breaking him all over the place, then like he eventually gets hit. A lot of his kit is built around the idea that if he gets hit with a special, it doesn't crit. But obviously it would.
So,
I would say diverse team.
yeah. I think I kind of want to take suicides off here, though.
I see that for those champs, yeah. That's what I was starting to say earlier, is it'd be really great if they finally do those mastery presets or macros or whatever you want.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. We're going to do... I'm going to go ahead and remove them, because at some point it's just, it goes from fun to a little bit absurd. And then, what does everyone think of the offer that's supposed to come up at the end of this? I didn't think I was blown away by it.
I thought it was pretty. They love their potion so much, but like,
yeah,
it's only like 10 revives, isn't it? It's like 10 revives and 5 team revives.
Yeah. Was it maybe? Is it the idea of it that it's for people who are doing Legends runs? Maybe.
Yes, but there were no boosts.
Oh, then that I don't know what that is about at all. Then
The weird offer. And it's 3,500 units, so it's more than the Cavalier one, which has boosts and.
yeah. All right. Connor, what's up, Vega? I just did 6.3. What are your thoughts on his difficulty for 6.4? It's been a while. Was 6.3 the one where you actually had to use the very specific... You didn't have to, but the very specific boosts that would make lanes... Yeah.
Some of them were really difficult without, and a couple of the boosts didn't even work for those lanes.
Yeah, I don't know. They're both hard. This definitely feels way less restrictive of what you could bring in. This feels... I know that's not your question, but I think I can say that with surety, that this feels significantly less restrictive. This isn't the team I'm going to use. I just completely forgot who we're bringing in here. Okay, so attack champion, Fury. What do you...
You could use AA for Fury. I know some people like.
Yeah, because he's just going to go stun immune, but we could still bleed and poison him, right?
Right. If you get it set up and use specials.
Use specials. Why are we...
Because specials can also.
Ah, okay, 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 okay. I was like, wait, did I forget a node? All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and use Archangel. I remember thinking that Science was the one class we didn't need. Who was the Cosmic?
Champion.
Yeah. Doom.
You like Guardian for Storm?
I do. I think that's going to be a tough fight, to be honest, regardless. And the tech champion was Sentinel, right?
That's just
Yeah. That doesn't sound fun. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can.
the Ghost Rider might speed it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Let's see if we can speed it up. And then a skill champion. I want to use 6 stars so badly. Because they're getting that boost throughout this quest, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't really like stealthy, but I guess we'll go with him.
You can turn off the Bulk's Unstoppable. So.
When he does the smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, watch. I'll get hit by it, but I feel like I'll just take the damage boost from his flashbang, right? Is that what it's called?
That makes sense. I don't know it.
I don't know that much about him either. So I mean, I know what I don't like about him, and I think as a result, that turned me off on him pretty fast. But let's see what happens. Actually, you know what happened with him is I got him because of the old lane 4. And he came out and I was so excited about him and I thought he was just going to solve so many problems with that lane. And then his pre-fight didn't work. Yeah, and I had spent a significant amount of resources getting him. So that was pretty upsetting. And these like extra hits in a combo, I'm not, there you go. That was what you were talking about. But his evade saved me.
Yeah, his evade is kind of... Oh. Sorry guys, I sat back on the couch. I was told I wasn't audible again.
You have one job, DLO.
Parzival says everyone should like stealthy. Let's see. Somebody want to throw one my way? I'll try him out.
So I don't dislike him. I think he suffers from sounding better than he is. At least that's why there's people like me who don't like him. It's that we thought he was going to be so much better. Which isn't really fair. Oh, okay, you got it figured out. Okay, cool. You have a 6-star R3 and you don't really like it. Why did you take him up? What did you not like him and still take him up, or did you take him up and then realize you didn't like him? Yeah, and that's what I was going to say too, Parzival, is do not let Karate Mike know about that.
I think another part is that people were like, oh, he has slow, so he's an evade counter, but he's like one of the worst evade counters.
Also that.
He's decent for countering unstoppable, but yeah. Throw it. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Threw it.
Yeah. No, it's fine. This is also part of why I'm like, we started talking about like War Season, right? Mm-hmm. And how this is like the first season I'm actually happy to have a break. This was probably my most intense War Season in a really long time. We're just really focusing on my fights, doing multiple duels, really thinking through the fight strategy. And I enjoyed it immensely, and I learned a lot. But there's a lot that I've become very rusty on as well, I think, a bit as a result.
Yeah, I've gotten quite good at her L1, but it's honestly a weird one. Because there's, the rhythm to it isn't even. Kind of a boom, boom, boom.
I thought that
so close.
I thought that was going to end her. Let me see. Yeah, I was hoping that wouldn't glance. That's a problem.
Oh, you went for the power drain.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's tricky. Glancing is.
Well, it's the thing is that's part of like fighting her too, right? Because if you power drain her, you remove her Tempest.
Yeah.
So obviously that wasn't a good idea. There's no reason to push her 3 when I know it might fail. But yeah, I like him. I like him as an option for her if the node fits.
He seems good, and the extra block proficiency helps.
Oh yeah, and so like if I had the timing better, he could parry her specials.
Yeah, or just dodge them. Yeah. Or oh, you mean parry her L2? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Samuel says didn't like stealthy, but took him up for prestige.
Oh, yeah. You know what though? As much as I like Silver Surfer, you still, you're still better off than having that sort of thing. And goodness, better than Ragthor, right? Like Stealthy is a good champion. He's a very good champion. He's just not what we hoped for. It's like I feel badly saying it. I realize it's not a real person, but like I feel badly because it just if I was judging a real person that way, it would just be so unfair. It'd be like, okay, so I'm not a Hall of Famer, but I'm still like an all-star every year, or whatever. So, and then we got the question from John here. Do you or someone else recommend a good video on suicide masteries? I do not have a good video on that. I feel like KT1 just recently did a masteries video. And someone else did, and I can't think of who it is.
You are already thinking the right thing, though, because suicides are great for some champions and actively bad for others. I'm not sure they're that bad for Captain America, but, if you have somebody else, like, they're awful for Hyperion. They're not good for Doom. Oh, this doesn't explain choices, just what he currently has. I mean, basically, if a champion relies on using specials a lot, not just for damage, but specifically for utility, you do not want to use suicides. Because that's the whole reason you're using them, right? Doom is a great example of this, because you can play around suicides with Hyperion, because you can just do only L3s, and that's his damage, right? It's fine. But with Doom, you want to use the L1 to power drain. And so think about your champs like that. Like Void isn't great with suicides either, right? Because his utility is so dependent on the L1. So if you think it'll help you like get through war fights where your problem is you're just not doing enough damage fast enough, or through AQ fights where you're timing out or just want things to be over quickly, especially with Corvus, then yeah, do it. But I personally don't use suicides because it's kind of expensive to switch in and out of them, and there are problems for too many of the champions that I really enjoy. Maybe, hope that helps.
Yeah, I think that I was trying to listen to it while doing the fight, and then Zillium saying BG has one, then yeah, it probably would still be really relevant. And he is what's the right word I'm looking for? Really good about using his resources efficiently. So yeah.
Very meticulous.
Good word.
Also, I was just informed I do have to go at the hour mark.
Which I should too. Might stick around a little bit longer, but yeah. Maybe stick around and do like arena or something so I can keep up the chat a little easier.
Parzival's being smart and saying Void really does like suicides on other people, though.
Yes.
You know what's fun is the Cav node. Now that he can place yet another debuff when weakness is up, Void just melts it. I'm so glad they changed the science global. It makes so many more characters relevant. I've actually had a lot of fun with Wasp. Now that she can get through the diss track prior to her part. Oh, follow up for John Lash. Mainly concerned about Act 6. In that case, I would probably recommend against suicides personally. Just because I think that so many Act 6 fights are about utility. But there are definitely going to be others who disagree and say, yeah, but if you got more damage, you can just blitz through it. And each their own.
I got stuck trying to figure out if I should dive in or not. It appears as though I should have. You know, I have to say, I really like the design of this a lot. I know that's a popular opinion right now, so I'm not saying anything you probably haven't already heard. But I feel like if one plays well, they can bring in a variety of options. And I don't feel like you get punished for one mistake.
Yeah. Except maybe on those heavy degen lanes, but that's just the nature of it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I thought the fight was over. So, like, that's a mistake that you probably shouldn't make.
But you survived.
That is a perfect example of do not do that. Do not think the fight is over. You probably will not survive. But yeah, it's like, it feels as though even those lanes, though, were very Corvusable. And as we were saying, there was multiple charges on them, like, instantly. And so with Corvus, you could survive the degen. So yeah, I guess maybe that was the point you were making, is if you make one mistake as you progress through that lane, you will die. But you got to use Corvus, and you're doing, what were those specials doing? Like 500,000 damage?
Yeah, over. And the champions had like 300,000 health.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Parzival points out, yes, if you are quaking Act 6, then suicides are fantastic, but that goes into the same point I was making, because Quake kind of provides all the utility in the world by bypassing everyone's abilities, and therefore all she needs is a damage boost. So if you're going that route, I would agree suicides are pretty helpful. I actually pulled Quake immediately upon finishing Act 6, so that was not an option for me.
So you were right. Cosmic Ghost Rider was not slow for Sentinel.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
We got one right, folks.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that Doom is probably gonna be okay for the champion.
Well, you just jinxed me.
Sorry, hold on.
You did it. Yeah. That sounded awfully hollow to be wood.
Hey, peat maple. I've had it for a long time. In my parents' home. Take care, Megaparts. Good to have you. Yeah, Archangel can work with suicides. Cap is okay, because you're mostly going for those big L2s. Yeah, but if you use Professor X, Hype, and Sentinel a lot, I would not use it. Sounds fair.
So this is something like, and I'm not embarrassed to admit these things. I was doing the Doom cycle wrong, and I learned that just a couple wars ago.
Oh,
yeah.
What are you doing?
So I've also learned I just cannot talk and play at the same time. I was after the SP3, I was coming out and doing. I was like that. I was like when debuff kills them and you can just stand there. It just feels funny. I was coming out of the SP3. Dude, I used Doom to clear Abyss of Legends, right? Like, you and I've talked. Like, I think in our line chat, I got Doom almost immediately upon release. And I was like, I think this guy's really good. Like, do you remember this? Like, and if you don't, back me up and just say you do. Thank you. And so, and I was coming out of the SP3 and doing medium, and then going into a standard 5-hit combo. Yeah, John. So, I think because he's so good, and so frequently there's some sort of buff. Like I was getting to my SP2, and I would throw my SP1 and I'd get to SP2, and everything was fine. Like I even frequently got to 2 Furies. And I think that even worked for me against Red Skull, if I remember correctly, in Abyss of Legends. I think they ended up changing the fight a little bit. I went through Abyss really early. And so I had, like I said, I had a rough war stretched in the middle of war season. And then I had like a family thing, and I did a drive, whatever. The point of the story is, came back, really got my confidence up. I soloed a boss. And it had a nice little deathless streak going, and then I took a Doom versus Doom fight, and I got obliterated on it and just destroyed, and sent it to B Manny, who I'm sure is gone now, but and he's like, "What are you doing after the SP3?" And I said, the Doom cycle. He's like, "No, you're not." I don't know what you're doing, but that's not the Dooms. That's not. He's like, you got to come out. You got a medium, and then 3 lights, and then the medium afterwards. And it's made a tremendous difference. Like I cannot believe how good I thought Doom was, and now how much better he somehow got, just by learning how to use him a little bit better. So, yeah. And John, I'm glad to hear Legacy cleared it up for you too. So. PP, go ahead. No, go for it.
I was just gonna say, if it makes you feel any better, the very first war fight I took with Doom immediately after getting him, ranking him up, and barely using him at all, I was assigned, this was on the last war map, I was assigned a Colossus Mini, and I was like, you know, I was doing what I could, I was working on him, and then at the end I was like, I'm sorry man, I timed out, I don't know how you're supposed to do enough damage through all of that, and then the officer goes, why didn't you use the L3? I go, what? Why would I use the L3? And he goes, because it gives you a Fury.
Oh my gosh.
And I just did not know he had a Fury.
You know, we learn things.
Maybe my least intelligent moment.
It is what it is. You were fighting Colossus. This goes back a while. So this is even before the rework, right?
It's before this rework. I wish it was before the rework before that.
Got it.
But in my defense, I had just come off of retirement, so I had a lot to catch up.
Yeah, so it's so I don't know if you're seeing the chat though. Other people are, you know, so John was saying, you know, he wasn't totally sure. Zillium's now saying the first time he ever used Doom was against what's up? Oh, okay, the other way. His story's the other way. Yeah. Doom's amazing. Were we gonna switch out a champion? I've totally got lost in story time and chatting. I feel like we had a champion we were gonna bring in here for this Hela, right?
I think Doom and AA, but somebody was saying Warlock. I could see that.
I gotta be honest, I'm not understanding Counter-Strike, despite it being a node that's not new.
If you dex 10 times, she goes unblockable for a bit.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Technically, it helps you by making you hit harder in the meantime, but I hate it with every fiber of my...
And then Parzival's saying bring Warlock. Why Warlock? I mean, I'll do it, no problem. That's part of what we're...
He'll turn off the Lazarus. I don't think it's anything else, but I mean, he will.
All right.
I wouldn't lead with him, but if you get her down to like 1% and you have the 5 Lazarus charges, and you're like, oh god, she basically has full health, then Warlock would be great.
And we'll get rid of Stealthy. She goes unblockable or unstoppable?
Unblockable.
You can't just remove them. All right. Isn't that so us, right? Kabam finally does something really nice for us, and we're like, you know what, Kabam? You could have done better. Because trust me, I was thinking the same thing. Johnson, gotta go. Thanks so much for coming by. I think we're going to be signing off here soon. I really appreciate it. And then tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Incursions with Cam. Right around the same time. You know, this is kind of a funky time. A lot of the East Coast is starting to go to dinner and things like that. Europeans are headed to bed.
I'll be working.
But it works. It fits. So, and I'm going to try to vary time. Streaming is something I'm going to continue to do more and more. So, all right. Who are we thinking? I forget things.
I would lead with Doom, personally.
And then Lazarus. Lazarus doesn't work properly in AQ, so I don't really know the node.
Okay, so don't get hit. I've actually never noticed that part of them.
Why is there a problem with dying? Like, does that penalize you somehow?
Just that she gets the Lazarus charges back.
I want to try Cosmic Ghost Rider. Oh no, she just heals. It's not like it's not a buff.
She basically has extra health.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's more like yeah. Parzival says stepbrother of life cycle. Yeah, I was gonna say it's more like life cycle, and she just randomly gets a bunch of health.
You know, I used a gem on him to awaken him. No, on Cosmic Ghost Rider. Because I do think that whole Fate Seal is a. I gotta stop talking.
No, that's fair. I get you. I agree that I think he's good at low sig because I don't think the damage. I mean, he doesn't need damage, but Fate Seal is. Yeah, and see, I think she lost one charge because now you. Yeah, because now you're at 40 combo, so she should only have 3 left.
Oh wow.
Okay, now she should have 4.
I just messed up, right? It's not like she went unblockable.
No, yeah, I think you just ate it.
That's happened a lot tonight.
That's good info. Parzival says Warlock is particularly good for Lazarus because of the high hit count on the L2. So
That's
between the heal counter and the high combo, yeah, that makes sense. By the same token, I'll probably be using Claire just because she dominates Melissa. Apologies to anybody who can hear my mom trying to get our dog to eat.
Is the dog old?
Our dogs are so old, man. We have a lab who turned 15 last Friday.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, my parents have taken good care of her.
Man, I just messed that up badly too.
Let's see. Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I cannot talk and do this. I understand now why, like, I never understood why Seaton would just all of a sudden get silent, you know, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, no, but like also have like a lot of people on the call. But like he would just get silent, and he's obviously gotten really good at it. Like I'm not trying to compare myself at all. But I now have an understanding of it. Like even that, like I was totally good. I was like, okay, I'm going to be quiet. And then you said dog. And I was like, what? Huh? Dog? I want to talk. And then I totally messed this up. So I think I should probably shut it down myself. We've done, what, 2 hours? Has it been 2 hours?
But that's good. 3 whole quests.
Did we only do 3?
I think so. Sorry if that made you feel bad.
No, not at all.
Was that 4? That might have been 4.
It doesn't. It's all good. But that does make me think that we'll get back and maybe do the rest of it on stream. I'm in no hurry to finish this up. So we did 4. Maybe we'll try to finish this up this weekend. I think that could be a good time. And then I still want to try to stream the celebrity challenge. That was fun too. So thank you everyone for stopping by. I think we'll do a little mini hunt tomorrow for Spider Ham and iBomb, or yeah, that's his name. And then incursions with Cam, and then War Video coming out Friday. Was there anyone else streaming? It looks like there's not that many of us left in the stream, but no, I don't think anyone's streaming right now. So DL, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Take care, everyone.